Yoruba vigilantes have overpowered many bandits and rescued many kidnapped victims. That information is right there on your screen. The vigilantes in Kwara State have done a very, very brilliant job. Today, Thursday, the 9th of October 2025, they have done a very, very brilliant job in rescuing abducted victims of the bandits in Kwara State. That information is right there on your screen. In Efa village, a local government of Kwara, under Lafia Emirate, the vigilantes have done a perfect job. Don't forget, Sunday Igboho made a statement that he is ready to come to the aid of the Yorubas. That is if they allow him. But it seems that the powerful vigilantes, and mind you, these ones are arms. They are armed with, you call them local terms. When I say Juju, I've always maintained Yoruba have what it takes to rescue themselves. And every indigenous people have what it takes to rescue themselves from these bandits. So the local vigilantes have used what God has given to them. Look at their pictures also right there on your screen. They have done a perfect job in securing the lives of these individuals in Kwara State under Lafia Emirate. You know, the issue of Kwara can be so contentious. Before I proceed, if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and drop your comments. Like and share, drop your comments. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and also on notifications. Shall we begin? Thursday, the 9th of October 2025. Precisely in Kwara State, you have seen the surge of the kidnappings in that particular part of Nigeria. The surge, it has really gone up. To the extent that Sunday Igboho rose up and said, enough is enough. And he told the Yoruba kings, allow me go to that place so that we can pursue the people from our bushes. But that has not been resolved yet. But the vigilantes have took it upon themselves. Yoruba heavily fortified. Heavily fortified. They have something. And they are using the benefit of the indigenous people. Heavily fortified vigilantes. Enough is enough. And I think that's always the right way to go. Enough is enough. But now, this is another kind of warmth here. The bandits, they will be given to the police, obviously. That is in accordance to the law of the land. If you arrest them, you now hand them over to the relevant security agencies. Obviously, in Nigeria, jungle justice is being found as is not permitted in our constitution. So anything like jungle justice is not permitted, it's not allowed in our constitution here in Nigeria. Don't forget, in Uromi, Edo State, the killings of the hunters, they call them hunters, in Uromi, which caused a national uproar. And you saw many people talking about it. In another part of Nigeria, many human beings talking about that killings in Uromi, in Edo State. Don't forget also, precisely after the Edo State incident, now something happened in Yorubas in Benue State. The same northern elders who were speaking up, who spoke up, who were crying, who were shouting, they kept quiet when that Yorubas incident happened. Then you can see that level of hypocrisy among the northern elders or the elites in Nigeria. Today, Thursday, from Abuja, President Tinubu has appointed a new INEC chairman. This is a breaking news. President Bola Tinubu has appointed a new INEC chairman from Kogi State, North Central Nigeria. Josh Ojo Amukpito, that's his name. A new INEC chairman has emerged. And today at the Council of State meeting, the president had nominated him. He will replace Yakubu Mahmoud. Now, this is the breaking news today in Nigeria. Now, let me go back to the issue of the bandits and the Kwara vigilantes. Now, obviously, this is a good news. All Nigerians must be very, very happy with this news. That at least the vigilantes are working, but they must also be encouraged. That's the thing. They must be encouraged. Since there's no Amotekun in Kwara State, the vigilantes must be encouraged. So as to continue in this light. That's why I've always advocated state police is one of the very, very few solutions. If you have a proper state police in Nigeria, then the police system is not centralized, where everybody is part of it. That is the right way to go. A proper policing system in Nigeria. So I'm looking at that state police, where every indigenous community knows who is in charge of their area. So that state police, to me, is a welcome development. But to some people, that's the problem. So when I say this is a fact here, and it's also the baseline of anything you do as a Nigerian, anything you think, the bottom line is we are not the same. Yoruba people, the outside people, we are not the same. Let us not deceive ourselves. We are not the same. Yes, we are under this present structure in Nigeria, but we are not one. So now, one of the ways we can be one is let every government resources, let them be in charge of their own internal security. So state police is one of the very, very few ideas that can work. You can make it materialize. It's very, very simple. But we have seen people turning their back against state police. That's the problem. Look at the job that this Vigilantes did. So with effective state police, such a thing can be replicated. Don't forget, the president has given a go-ahead on the issue of forest guards. And I gave you that video in Enugu State. You saw forest guards. You saw the pictures. The president has given them the go-ahead. Start guarding your forest. Now your own. The president has given that go-ahead. Forest guards. So now you get a forest. Start guarding it. All these little steps are in that right direction. Now, the new INEC chairman coming from the North Central, again, it has divided opinion. The name, a Yoruba name, Josh Ojo Amukpito, but from Kogi State. And Kogi is North Central in Nigeria. And the North are saying that, in their opinion, this has some level of hypocrisy. The North are saying that, in their own opinion, that these moves have some level of hypocrisy. You say, for example, Kwara State is North Central, am I right? But they have more indigenous Yorubas there. That's what I've always seen. Until we have a proper way of managing ourselves, all these things will always happen. In Delta State, Anyoma, there are Igbos there. In River State, so all this, you have created an artificial boundary which does not exist. The boundaries are not existing, which you have created, they are not existing. And everybody has now, they are seeing through it that all these things are just artificial. Everybody is seeing through it that these things are just artificial. They are not the way it should be. Because listen, you have Igbo people in Anyoma, in Delta State. But you say Delta is a so-called South-South. You have Igbo people in River State. You say they are so-called South. You understand? You have, okay, Yoruba, obviously, in Kwara State. You say North Central. Yoruba in Kogi State. You say North Central. So, all these things are that artificial boundary which was created to divide people. The same way it was created in Berlin Conference. It just divided people artificially, but they are still one because of a common language. They have a common language, common identity. So they are still one. And there's nothing you can do to divide them. Now, there's nothing I can do to divide them. They are still one. They have a common heritage. Their language is the same. It's not about being in the same country. It's about having a particular heritage. So if the Yorubas are worried that Kwara State, something is happening there, they are worried, but that is their kith and king. They are worried, so they are worried for their own people. They are worried for their own people, for their own kith and king. They are worried. So you said, okay, Kwara is not central, but they should be worried that now Kwara are more Yoruba indigenous people. So they are worried, which is rightly so. Sunday Igboho is from Oyo State. You are asking, why is he worried for what's happening in Kwara State? Because these are his kith and kin, they are the same. So he must be worried. Now you have moved Kwara to a place called North Central, but the indigenous people of that place, who are they? What is the commonly spoken language of that place? Now the question be that, what is the commonly spoken language of that particular place? Today, the 9th of October, Alhaji Kwara said he has now he's there on your screen too, that he has joined hands to demand for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. He has now ready, he has now joined hands for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. But then this is another angle here. When Buhari arrested him, what did you say? So we must look through the hypocrisy that the North is displaying on the issue. When Buhari arrested him, or he said kidnap him, what did you say? Were you not alive when he was kidnapped? All these things, now I'm asking you questions. Now think outside the box. All of una dey here, all of una. What did you say? Abi? Now today they break. All of una dey here, all of us dey here. When he was arrested or kidnapped by Buhari, what exactly did you say? Now, did you condemn the arrest then? Because we all knew that the bandits were running amok in the North. How many of their leaders was arrested by Buhari? But then, like I already said, it's not too late. But Buhari's age, he has also disapproved of it. Now, now look at this angle now. He said no, that in Nnamdi Kanu's release, his own opinion, it is nonsense. So he has disapproved of it. He has disagreed, as I'm talking now, with Atiku Abubakar. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He has disagreed now with Atiku Abubakar. He said no. That Kanu's release, in his own opinion, is not the right way, the right direction. Bashir Ahmad is talking. So he still stem back to that issue, a very critical issue of national importance, that until we have a proper system, there's nothing. I mean, a well-managed proper system, there's nothing. There's nothing. I asked a question. If Kanu were to be a Fulani man, will it still be detention? Now, you are watching me now, I'm asking you this question. Drop your comment. Drop your comment as you are watching live now. Now, if he was to be a full animal, will he still be in detention today? Answer the question. Now, all these things are the problem. All these things are the reason why some people are saying, well, we have already given up. Because the nation is not working the way it should be. Then there are no other alternative. It's not working, and some people seem, no, we are not being treated equally with the other side. That's the problem. We, in our opinion, we are not being treated equally like the other side. And that is where the problem starts from. So, the people of Kwara State, now, we must encourage the vigilantes. Now, Juju or not Juju, they have found a way to arrest the bandits and rescue kidnapped victims in Kwara State. So they must be encouraged. That's the only thing. They must be encouraged by every well-meaning Kwarans in that place. I've always maintained, if you like, you're a Yoruba man, that's your problem. If you like, you're Igbo man, that's your problem. If you're Hausa man, that's your problem also. If you're a Muslim, that's your problem. If you're a Christian, that don't concern me. If you're APC, it does not concern me. If you're a PDP, it don't concern me also. If you're a Labour Party, let every one of us, each and every one of us, one by one, let us join hands together and cooperate and then support the Nigerian military. It's simple. Let everybody now join hands together and declare total support for the Nigerian military. That's the only way out. Now, each and every one of us, every well-meaning Nigerians that have brain, let us come together, have a dialogue, and declare support for the military. There are not that two ways around it. With the high level of insecurity plaguing regions across Nigeria, let us support the Nigerian military. Each and every one of us. That is the right way to go now. With the way things are going, there are not that two ways. We must declare total and our unwavering support for the Nigerian military.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has never been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria, and that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is fishy under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for custody. Because now that the French government have done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the whole matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how